Okay, so today I'm walking through Heartwood with Teighlor Pengelley, founder of TP Fitness and a force in the local fitness scene. Teighlor's not your average PT. Her approach is all about helping women build strength, not just in their bodies, but in their minds and their confidence and their everyday lives. Whether she's coaching in the gym, supporting clients through lifestyle changes, or showing up as a coach to the local football team, she brings realness, heart, and a fierce belief in what's possible. We'll be talking about the power of personalised training and why fitness feels like something that lifts you, not something that weighs you down. Let's take a stroll. Hey, with little Nico.
Nico's here.
Come on, Nico. What is he, a Pomeranian?
Pomeranian, yeah, pure pom. But he's quite different to a normal pom, to be fair. He's not as big.
He's super cute.
Super cute.
Shame it's a podcast, because if you could see this little fluffy bundle. In fact, you could follow Nico on his own Instagram, right?
Yeah, you can. Yeah. at Nico Rico.
Nico.
Is his Instagram.
He's so cute. He's a cutie. So, you haven't always been a PT, Teighlor.
No.
Tell me, how did you make the transition from your old job into this new business?
Yeah, so I graduated from Loughborough. I played football for 15 or so years. Unfortunately, had a reconstruction on my ankle, so I took a step back from that when I graduated. So I was just looking for not any old job, but I guess I was open to many different grad schemes, business kind of focused ones. So I did business and geography.
Yeah.
I studied that. So I fell into construction actually. So did a graduate scheme for 2 years and then stayed with the company for 5.5 years.
Wow.
So I did my project management qualification through that. Travelled around a lot, worked on site. It was great. Really enjoyed it. And then COVID hit. I always wanted to do my PT course, and actually, funny enough, one of my trainers now, Sarah, she was the first person who introduced me to my course.
Oh, I didn't realise that.
Yeah. For many years.
Yeah.
So my mum had been talking to Sarah about it, and then I contacted the owner of the mentorship and the course, and many years before, and then eventually I was like, you know what, I've got time to do it, so why not? It was all online. And during COVID, actually, a lot of my friends were like, hey, can you do some online training?
Yeah.
Because we're all at home. So it kind of took off. We had a WhatsApp group and there was like
brilliant.
20 of us. And every morning we got on Zoom and we were just doing like HIIT workouts all together.
I'm glad I didn't know you then.
Yeah. And you know what? Probably sustained it for like, there was a core of us for about 6 months.
Amazing.
And it was great. It was so good. And then I guess that kind of inspired me because I was like, well, even though I got injured and stopped playing football, I decided not to go back into it. Did some coaching for a bit, but I always said to myself, don't let yourself go.
Yeah.
So obviously I've always been so fit.
Yeah.
And that was a huge part of my life. So to go from playing that like pretty much full time to then nothing, I was like taking up running, and the gym work at uni was like when I kind of really saw the benefits of training with weights.
Yes.
It was probably the best I'd ever played.
Yeah.
And I learned so much. Whereas when you're young, you know, you just go running.
Yeah.
That was your strength.
Bit of cardio.
Yeah, exactly. If you didn't have a game, you go hill running or something. So, got my qualification. We were lucky enough, well, as part of the course, they do more of like a business mentorship. So they teach you very much how to transition from like the corporate world into something of your own. And I hadn't really thought of that at first. I just kind of thought I'd do it on the side, maybe like evenings, weekends kind of thing. And then a space came up where we are now that I could use.
Your studio in Harpenden.
Yeah, in Harpenden, yeah. We were really lucky that our friends let us use it. And so I kitted it all out, very small, like enough for say 4 or 5 clients. Bought all the kit, put the flooring down, etc. We didn't really have a lot when we started. It's funny when you look at the
your journey.
We literally had like a couple of ply boxes, some dumbbells, TRXs.
Yeah.
But we made it work. And then literally when COVID, when gyms were clear in 2021, May 21, we did an open day. sent out leaflets. Obviously before this I did all my socials, website, thought about the kind of packages we were going to do.
Yeah.
And then, then as soon as gyms were open again, that was it. I just launched it, did an open day, and was lucky enough to get quite a lot of clients down. And then it just grew from there.
Real clear community who you were hoping to appeal to in mind when you started out, or did that just sort of grow organically?
Yeah, so I actually was...
Hello.
It's okay.
That's all right.
Fine.
The lovely chocolate lab come to see us. You're not sure, Nico? Hello. Morning.
So actually, one of my biggest inspirations was my mum. So I trained with my mum quite a few years before, like in the gym, and introduced her to strength training. And even back then, it wasn't really spoken about a lot. Yeah. Particularly with like women of her age. She was probably late 40s at the time when we first sort of started joining the gym. And then I realised there was just a huge market and a huge niche for middle-aged women. I hate that term. Yeah.
People like me.
40 plus.
Yeah.
Who need that support, or have maybe never trained before, but know that they need to, or need to just be introduced to it.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. A lot of people of my age would never have trained before. No. Certainly not in the way that you're doing it. You might have gone to a step aerobics class in your 20s.
Yeah. That's exactly it. And my mum was exactly the same. And I would probably say now, like 70 to 80% of our new clients are in that position. Right. Never touched a weight before. Yeah. Or just, feel intimidated by the gym, which I can understand. Yeah. Social gyms are intimidating, whether you know what you're doing or not. Yeah. My market was kind of like middle-aged women, mums, working or not. Most of our clients are full-time work or part-time work, or have kids or not, and just live a very fast-paced life, and but need something that they can do consistently, that's affordable, sustainable, that they'll see results. Yeah, and also sort of fits into their life, because finding space for that, for fitness and for yourself actually in that demographic, often find it really difficult to make space for themselves. And that's the biggest challenge. Yeah. And I always say to clients that there is always time, you've just got to find it. Yeah. Like, prioritise in your life, in your day. Yeah. It's not a lot. And actually most of our clients, obviously some of them now are retired, so they've got more time. Others still have to travel to London, so they'll, do 6 a.m. class. And, once you embed that into your life, you enjoy it and you crave that feeling that you get afterwards, and how it makes you feel, and seeing your friends or seeing the same clients that you train with in your class, or just your trainer, And I think I find once it's booked for most people, that's it. Commit, they're committed. Yeah, and then actually life sort of revolves around that. I think if you can get to a point in your life where this is a non-negotiable, and everything else can sort of move around it, then you're in a good place. But it's making that transition, isn't it, from I'm at the back of the queue to this is a priority for me. Yeah, and I hear that time and time again, like when I sit with ladies, particularly in consultations, it's always I've always put myself last. Yeah. Or the kids come first, my partner comes first, or work's come first. And I've just never prioritised myself. And it's not surprising, really, that your mental and physical well-being suffers, because we all have basic human needs that we need to meet for ourselves. Yeah. And so many women in that position are givers and people pleasers. Oh, gosh, yeah. And those needs are very rarely met. So I can imagine that they come to you with not just fitness issues, but perhaps some mindset issues as well. Definitely, yeah. I mean, for a lot of women, just stepping through the door, that's a challenge within itself. Yeah. Or contacting us, and obviously we're really empathetic and really sympathise with the struggles that they have. As you say, not just physically, or they need to lose weight, or they just feel unconfident, and but also they might have a lot of trauma from past experiences. Sometimes that can date back to PE in school. Really? They've bad experiences there, or they just don't feel good within themselves. Their mental health is down. their stress at work is really high.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it's not just about kind of, oh, come in, I want to lift weights, I want to be really strong. It's like, I need to change my lifestyle because right now I feel really low and I'm not confident within myself at all.
Yeah.
And it's just a case of sort of holding someone's hand and just sort of saying, look, we've got you, we're going to support you safely. It's not intense. You know, you obviously will see results instantly, but it's not about lifting silly amounts of weight.
Yeah.
Or
it's a journey, isn't it?
Sick, you know. Yeah, exactly. You know, we want to make it enjoyable so clients want to come back, and that's the most important thing.
And how does it sort of start for most clients? Do they come in on a one-to-one basis or small groups? What's the sort of normal format?
I would say at the moment now it's probably half and half.
Right.
So because we've got a program where clients don't have to have had any experience to join a group class, they almost start all together at the same
okay,
level.
so we're coming in
nice. So and so it's essentially what you would do for a one-to-one, but just in like a small group setting. And
what would that be, like 3, 4, 5, 6?
Well, we do up to 4, or we do like a class of 6.
Right.
So but generally like this, that's not always full. So sometimes you might only have like a couple of clients.
Yeah, so you're almost getting a one-to-one.
Exactly.
In a small group.
Yeah, in a small group, and you know, we don't cater for anything more than 6 anyway.
Yeah.
So people, even if say we've got a client who maybe needs extra help, or they've got an injury, then we still have it, like, it's not too big to be able to cater for that, or you know, help that person or give them like specific exercises to do so they don't feel like they're being left out or left behind.
Yeah.
So I think that's one thing that we really pride ourselves on, is that we are flexible and like really adaptable in the classes, and you don't need to be a certain level of fitness or have a level of experience within the gym to be able to train with us.
Yeah.
You can start out at any level, and we're all experienced in that. I think for me, like, I really enjoy that because you see clients grow.
Yeah, you must see dramatic changes actually. Yeah.
Yeah. Or I say to them, like, do you remember when we did that in week 1? You literally couldn't.
You couldn't squat or
yeah,
something.
exactly. Like, we were lifting 4, we're now lifting 8. Like,
Yeah.
I started and they go, oh gosh, yeah, I didn't realise. And I said, yeah, like, you know, and clients don't really see it.
Yeah, I suppose it's a gradual change, isn't it? And therefore they're not really necessarily aware.
Yeah.
Must be feeling better, but perhaps,
100%.
yeah, not sure how much progress they've made in such a short space of time.
No, exactly that.
And why is it important to you to sort of be part of the community? I mean, you're St Albans based, you work in Hertfordshire, in Harpenden. So what's the kind of importance to you being local?
Well, I think because I grew up around here, well, Harpenden.
Yeah.
It's quite nice, I guess, to be back. You kind of know the area. You've seen, well, many years ago, and seen it grow. But I think, like, what I find is, because I get told so much, and we're always talking about like events and things that's happening, or you know, like things that's going on in different schools or different clubs. It's quite nice because you're immersed in that, and also like you can sort of share like experience. Oh my, one of my clients told me about that.
Yes.
You know, I always feel like I'm giving advice or sharing like information.
You're like the Citizens Advice Bureau
yeah,
with
like,
weights.
I'm always telling people, or clients are always telling me about things, and but people love that because they're like, oh, thanks for that. Or,
Yeah.
like, you don't got any recommendations for, you know, going out to brunch, or you know, going to different pubs, or
Especially just sharing nutritional advice and training advice as well, you know, what works for different people.
Yeah, like different things going on. There's always like, you know, or like sharing like walks, or just things that are kind of going on like around the towns.
Yeah.
And then again, I try and support local businesses as much as I can.
Yeah.
So obviously, I appreciate how important it is to support local. So to share that with clients is like really important as well, like to me.
And presumably you've got quite a few local business owners coming to you as well.
Yeah,
so
we do. Yeah,
reciprocal.
all the time. Yeah, definitely. And you know, I like to show my face around town, so Harpenden, like St Albans as well.
Yeah.
And not just, you know, go to the same place like every day. It's like different coffee shops. Like we're quite lucky because we've got the yard opposite us, and we've created a really good like relationship with them.
Is that one of your favourites?
That's one of my favourites. Yeah. Well, it's easy just to pop over.
Yeah. Quick coffee.
But yeah, it's nice to go to other kind of either family-run businesses or like original businesses in town, whether it's just for a coffee or to go for lunch. And we're lucky because we can just walk into town and we're not very far, which is good.
I bet you walk everywhere though, don't you?
I try to.
You probably walk to St Albans if you could.
I try to, yeah. I think because Hartlepool is so busy now.
Yeah. And what about your community of trainers? Because you've obviously, it was you, and then it was you and then there's how many of you?
So there's 6 of us now, so it's grown massively, and then we've got Kaylee who works behind the scenes too, and she's St Albans based. All the trainers, most of them are local. And
how do you kind of create that community feel with your team? Like, what do you have? Team away days and team events and things, or are you just staying in touch?
So we try and do we catch up on a monthly basis, as a team. We try and do team events. But yeah, we do. It's quite hard because it's quite a fast-paced job, and obviously we're all really busy at different times. To get everyone together is always quite a challenge. But because we kind of set our monthly team meetings, we do CPD meetings, not just necessarily around training, but for us also mindset, or dealing with certain situations with clients, or going to other local business events is also great as well. So we've got a good relationship with Heartwood Medical, for example.
Yes.
Our trainers all go down there and use the cryotherapy and red light therapy, which is great. But I think it's really important to keep that team camaraderie, particularly when as PTs, when we're in and out at different times.
Yeah, it can be quite isolating maybe, I suppose.
It can be.
You're always working with people, but not necessarily with you guys or the team.
Yeah, exactly. So I really try and catch up with them on a one-to-one basis, weekly, and as I say, we catch up together as a team on a monthly basis, and we've got a couple we do client events, so that helps because it encourages them to talk to their clients and say, we've got a charity event coming up.
Yeah.
Are you guys getting involved? Might as well do that way.
Yeah, crossover.
Back down.
Yeah.
So, and everyone's lives are pretty busy as well.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it?
It's nice to always have, something going on. The Euros are coming up, got a sweepstake, which is
brilliant.
So we've got a charity quiz night coming up, which is cool as well. So I think creating that community for me is a massive priority for clients, because people don't feel intimidated. They're training with like-minded people all the time. A lot of my ladies particularly have made really good friends. Just from training with the same ladies. Morning. In their sessions, they'll go.
Okay, right. So they're becoming a little community themselves. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Or they go walking together, and that's really nice to see.
Oh, that's lovely.
It's lovely to see them all, just talking together or catching up and sharing the.
So you don't catch them eating cake like you did with us.
No, but that's what it's all about. We're not here to go and do extreme. Yeah. I just want my clients to.
It's something that works with your life, isn't it, and allows you to have a better, healthier lifestyle, but still enjoy all those
really nice things.
Fun things.
Yeah, exactly. But they're all very. I say to my clients, you're still in that top 25% of people who, consistently train or exercise every week. Yeah. And not many people can say that. I'd love to do an interview in Hartlepool and question every single person. Yeah. In Hartlepool.
How often do you show up?
Business train. Yeah, and I think.
Why is it so important for women of that age to do strength training?
Well, I think in your 40s you're obviously hitting that perimenopausal phase. And for women when they go through the menopause, which unfortunately half the population have to go. Yeah. It can be tough, and it's important that you keep your muscle mass really high, because we tend to lose external stresses in our bodies with the hormone change during the menopause. So we have to almost find that from somewhere else. Yeah. Strength training comes into that. And you're at higher risk of osteoporosis as well, so you have to make sure that your strength training to keep your bones strong too. And the more muscle mass you have, essentially, it's protecting your whole body.
Yeah.
So, you're protecting yourself from heart disease, from, bone density issues, from other kind of risks as well. But yeah, just having muscle mass is just so important. I think so many people don't. I think people see muscle as like an external thing.
Yeah.
Whereas like it's part of you. Like I would say, like it protects you from. You think of that. I see it as like an external layer.
Yes.
And the more that you have of it, the more that you're protected from so many things.
I think when you feel physically strong as well, you feel mentally strong.
You do.
You feel more resilient and able to cope with the stresses of life.
Exactly. And, we all know that movement and exercise is vital for longevity, generally.
Nico? I think he might be,
no.
but...
Nico.
No, rolling. Sorry. No. Come on, cheeky. Keep going. Pass the poo.
No.
Yeah, so, sorry, we were talking about mental resilience as well.
Yeah, mental resilience, and like, if you speak to a lot of holistic doctors or menopause-focused doctors particularly, they always tackle like the menopause particularly, like any other issue that you'd have, health-related issue, they're always like, address what you can control first.
Yeah.
So address your diet. Are you eating a good diet? Are you keeping your sugar levels down? Are you keeping your alcohol levels down? And then also, are you moving? Like that is a non-negotiable. I always say to my clients, like, movement is just part of what you do each day.
Yeah.
It's only gonna, keep you living longer. Those people majority of people that live to their 90s, 80s have probably always done some form of exercise.
Yeah.
And, even just 10-minute walk a day.
Walking to the shops if you can, carrying your shopping, and there's basic things that are strength exercises in themselves.
It just helps with your mind and I think one of the biggest, why a lot of women suffer with bad symptoms in the menopause is down to stress, which I haven't really factored in until I'd been to some of these menopause mornings and talks, and actually when your stress levels are really high, then everything else will just get worse.
Yes.
So inflammation will be worse, your sleep will be worse, you will gain a lot more weight because your body is just holding on to
stress.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think it feels like the last thing you want to do is find time to go to the gym and work out, which is hard. It is hard to begin with, right? It's not... it doesn't come easy, and obviously it gets better, it gets easier. When you start to feel the benefits, then you're motivated to go. But it's that first step, and then maybe the first few times that you show up, just keeping that commitment, that's the hardest bit, but it really is worth it.
Oh, definitely. And I'd say it's just keeping that consistency. And I think for like a lot of my clients, they can look like, you don't have to be training every single day, but you guys are, it's that awareness, like you're aware of what you're eating, you're aware that you need to be eating a lot more protein in your diet, and that's another thing why women particularly need to be doing strength training, but also eating a really good diet, because to build muscle, you've got to eat those right macros. And I always say to my clients, like, it's 80-20, try and 80% of the time try and be as consistent as you can, with your exercise, with your diet. And that 20%, you've always got that in.
Sod it.
Yeah, exactly.
Have fun.
Have a bit of chocolate.
Yeah.
But I think even if, like, if our clients come in and they've had a bad week eating or something, it's not like, they're not kind of like, sod it. They're like, oh, God, I know I've been bad, but I've got to get back on it. I'm aware of it.
I think it's a classic mentality, which is, and I see this in my hypnotherapy clients, if something's gone wrong or they've fallen off the wagon, in inverted commas, whatever it is they're trying to achieve, sometimes there's a mentality of, oh, sod it, I've broken it now, so I might as well just cave in. And it's resisting that and just saying, that was yesterday, today's a new day.
Definitely.
There's no impact, I just start again. And I think if you can get into that mindset, then it's okay to have, as you say, those 20%ers. They're not wrong, they're not mistakes, they're not failures. They're actually part of the plan.
Yeah, definitely. And if you can keep your body 80% strong, fit as well, you're in a good stead. Doing a lot better than
majority of people.
Um,
So what would you say your community, your clients see the biggest sort of change in themselves? Where do you think that change comes?
I genuinely think it's confidence.
Yeah, okay.
Most of our women particularly come in low self-esteem, low confidence, and actually even just confidence in, doing the actual training as well.
Yeah.
Like a lot of it takes a bit of skill to be able to teach people that they can do it.
Yes.
Coach them around, say, like feeling unsafe or feeling like they're going to hurt themselves. Mm-hmm. So it's confidence around lifting, but also just like when I see clients walk through the door, say 2 months in, they just
look different.
I just hear it time and time again. I've had a few clients who've just gone through our first 8 weeks in the group, and they're just like, Taylor, I just feel amazing. Like, it's the best decision I've ever made. Like, I feel supported. All the trainers are just so lovely, so kind, so welcoming. And I just feel like, it's somewhere that I just belong. And it's that for me is like the biggest testament. And they're the kind of messages that I tell my trainers and my team all the time. Like, this is what we're doing. Yeah, we are transforming people's life and empowering people's strength so they can transform their life. And it might be the conversations that they have, or, like sometimes people are emotional and are having a bad day, but they know that they could come to us, let it all out, and actually leave feeling so much better. And I say to my clients, look, like, there's many days that I'm like, I don't want to do this today, and I don't want to go for a run, or I don't want to go to the gym. But once you push yourself through it, and there's so much power behind being resilient and pushing yourself through something that you really don't want to do.
Because your brain can try and keep you stuck, keep you safe. It doesn't like new things. Your subconscious mind is wary of something new you've not experienced before, so it will always try and pull you back to something it knows. But once you've stepped outside, literally outside that comfort zone, your mind goes, oh yeah, that was okay. And then you do it again, and you create these new habits, these new pathways. And then everything becomes easier. And then you have to keep growing, right? So you have to keep stepping outside that comfort zone and onto the next thing. And I guess that's what part of your programme is doing, is pushing people. Yeah. So what about you, Taylor? When are you in your element?
For me, it's definitely exercising. But to be honest with you, I think it takes me away from thinking about things, really. Yeah. And even when I'm training, I think because when I generally train with one of my best mates, and so we're always like chatting about things, or say if I have even got something on my mind, we'll have a little rant in between sets, and then we'll carry on. Or I go for a run, and to be honest with you, I'm thinking so much about what I'm doing, or maybe how much I don't want to be running, sometimes.
Self-talk.
Yeah, exactly. Again, I like to do it with somebody else to motivate me. And I think I just really enjoy it, but I always just crave that feeling once you're finished as well. Like it sets me up for the day, whether I train first thing or, I go for a walk at the end of the day or run at the end of the day, and it just sets my mind and helps me stay focused. And I think the best of me comes out once, when I prioritise my health and my mindset first, then I'm a lot more productive. Definitely. If I don't do that, then I'm generally in a bit of a bad mood.
What would you do if it wasn't exercise? What's your kind of total relaxation?
Do you know what? I love going out for food.
Do you?
For dinner. I love eating. Like going out for dinner, or just having going to London, for example, or having a wander and then picking a really nice restaurant or a nice bar I just really enjoy that.
And so here's the quickfire round then: mind, body, local. So mind, one belief that's changed your life.
Oh, that is a good question. Do you know what? I'll go to something more recent that I listen to and I go back to all the time, is the Let Them theory.
Oh, yes.
The Mel Robbins. And just all about letting things go and not stressing or worrying about things that are out of your control.
Yeah.
So if something does, something hits the fan, or, a problem happens, I'm like, right, think positively. What can I control?
Yeah.
Put those steps in place, and that's all I can do.
Yes.
Whereas previously I'd stress about it, I'd panic, think worst scenario. Whereas actually it just sounds so cliche, but when you think positively, if you've got something bad going on, it just magically reframing it. It just disappears. Yeah. And it's either kind of those negative situations where you need to think positively, or just if it's out of my control, let it be. If somebody's upset you, just let them carry on. Don't let it stress you out. And then let you as well. So do things that more recently I've really tried to just focus. If I really enjoy that, so I'm going to do that. And just put myself first and stop thinking I'm too much of a giver and don't necessarily put myself first.
Are you working so hard to help everyone else find that space and that part in their life? What about you?
And too worried about what other people think. So I would say that's probably my strong belief at the moment.
All right, body, a daily ritual that helps you feel good.
Well, I've banged on about exercise, but one of my favourite rituals is having a coffee.
A coffee?
Morning coffee. I absolutely love it.
Caffeine or no caffeine?
Caffeine, yeah. Do you know what? I could have coffee before bed and I think still pass out for hours. But it's just something about, whether it's like just before I go out or post-gym or something, I just love the ritual of going for a coffee. Yeah. I just absolutely love it.
So going out?
Yeah, going out, or even just like if I've got 10 minutes stand outside before I leave and just have a coffee. It's a lovely ritual. I just love drinking coffee. Yeah.
So that taps into our last one, local, your favourite local place.
For anything. It'll probably be in St Albans, the Lower Red Lion pub. Oh, yeah. So obviously David's like one of my really good friends. But when I set foot in that pub a couple of years ago, I just found this sense of just like inclusivity. It was so relaxed. It's just like a place of where you feel where like you belong as well, all walks of life, and everyone's so friendly. You can go in there on your own. You can read your book.
It's a beautiful pub as well, isn't it? Excellent. So, what would you say to anyone out there listening who's thinking about maybe getting a bit fitter this year? Mm-hmm. What's the one bit of advice that you'd give them? How to start?
I would say the only person that you can control and love the most in your life is yourself. So prioritise that and prioritise your health, because without good health, it's hard to have longevity and happiness. Yeah. Because there's so many risks out there, and we just don't know how long we've got. I think that's another thing. Life's too short to be looking after everybody else. Focus on yourself, and that happiness, that inner happiness will come. I think that's what life's about, inner happiness, and being able to love yourself. And in turn, everybody around you will see the best version of you. Absolutely. I totally believe in that kind of social theory that when we look after ourselves and we grow and get stronger, we spread that, everyone picks it up. It's a vibe that the people that are surrounding you notice, and you grow from them as well. Yeah, and it's all interlinked, isn't it? As you say, look after yourself, and your mind's suddenly in check and you feel better, you're physically strong, you feel happier, you make good decisions. And it's a holistic thing, I think, health, and we can train people and make them fitter, stronger, faster, but as you say, we're trying to create more of a lifestyle and close that door and see clients walk out with a huge smile on their face, which very rewarding. But mostly, it's such a rewarding job. It makes you feel so happy and sense of achievement every single day, that you're changing just making somebody feel so good about themselves. But they've done it, they've turned up. So how can somebody get in touch with you if they wanted to find out more about? So the best thing to do would be go on our website, and then there's an inquiry form on there. We've also got a number on there, so you can WhatsApp us. Or if you go on our socials, you can DM us, and somebody will get back to you, ideally within 24 hours. But yeah, send an inquiry form there, and then we'll set up a consultation and have a chat with you about, what it is you'd like to achieve and how we can help.
Well, thank you, Teighlor, and thank you, Nico.
Really enjoyed that. It's my first ever podcast.
So we better go and find a coffee now.
Yes, yeah, definitely. Sounds great.
What would you like?
Almond latte, please. Yes, thank you.
Normal flat white, please.
Regular milk, sir.
Yeah, regular, thanks. Do you want anything?
Nice to have in.
Yeah.